What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. I'm Ada. I'm a Nigerian sewing blogger. I do videos on sewing tutorials, sewing tips, sewing tricks, and fashion business tips. In today's video, I'm going to tell you must-have sewing supplies you must have if you're a beginner, you're a newbie to sewing, you're just starting a tailoring business, you're just getting into the fashion design or into the sewing arena. These are sewing supplies you must always have for effective sewing, effective designing, very basic, and also to improve your productivity and sewing efficiency. So you want to find out the sewing supplies you must always have, definitely keep watching. So the first one you must have, and this is something I tell people all the time, is a black zip. So you must always have black zips at home. Now I want to tell you guys why you must always have these supplies. Number one, it helps your productivity. So imagine if you want to sew a dress, like you saw a style on the gram or on Pinterest, anywhere that you saw the style, and you want to sew it. Then you remember you have to go to the market to get zip, to get, lining and all those things. By the time you think of how to even go to the market, somehow it has brought down the spirit. It will bring down the, ginger a little to go get those things in the market. But if you have these things at home, it will first of all ginger you, like you feel hyped. In Nigeria, we say ginger, like you feel hyped to always sew, to increase your productivity because you have these things at home. So you are not really stressed, or like you don't always, you want to buy zip, you're going out, you want to buy this one, you're going out. No, you have them at home and you can sew at ease at any time of the day, because sometimes you get inspiration at night. I sew into late into the night, and having these things at home really helped me to sew better and to do more with my sewing journey. So like I said, the first one you must always have a black zipper at home. Like black zips, you must always have them, both big and small. Like you must always have big and small black zips at home. Why? Because I know you'll be like, are black clothes the only clothes we sew? No, black clothes are not the only clothes we sew, but 10 out of 20 times a black zip will always go with a darker toned fabric. Do you understand? So let's say you got an inspiration to sew a dress in the evening when all the sewing supply shop are closed. You can always just pick up from your stash of black zip, the big one or the small one, and you can do your sewing project with ease. Now, apart from having the black zip, both the small and the big one, you should always have a mixture of these zips. Like when you go to the market, they normally sell it in dozen. They can sell a dozen. If you're in Nigeria, they sell it for 400 naira. So you must always have white or cream colored zip in your stash, because black zips will always go with darker toned fabrics, and white or cream colored zip will always go with lighter shades. So let's say, for example, an emergency came up, you had to make a dress for yourself or for a client. These zips will always kind of blend in. Do you understand? Now, so even if you have a stash of purely black, like me, whenever I want to buy zips, I buy purely black zips before I go ahead to buy a mixture. So even when you want to buy in a dozen, you can tell them, okay, give me a mixture of zips in 1 dozen. So you can get a lot of this, even more, for 400 naira in Nigeria or from your local sewing supply shop. So must have black zips, long and short, off-colored zips like off-white, cream-colored, and multicolored zips. Those are things you must always have in your stash. Another thing you should always have in your sewing stash is sewing supplies. They are going to make a lot of noise. Black threads. Like you guys know, if you've been sewing for a long time, you will know that black threads, they finish they get exhausted faster than any other color. Like you can have a pack of maybe white and a pack of black, and in less than 2 months your pack of black is finished, and even you'll be wondering what did I even sew? Why is this thing finished? And this is because a lot of the fabrics we sew, black threads go with the fabrics a lot. So that is why you need to always have like black threads in your stash, okay, in your sewing supply stash. And you can, if you don't have the money to buy like a whole row, you can buy half of a dozen, you can even buy like 3 at a go. But one thing about sewing is you should always have these things at home, so that whenever you get an inspiration to sew, you can always sew. If you're just starting out in your sewing business, you can always, you know, buy these things in bulk. Now even when clients come, they bring their fabrics, you can sew and you can still make profit because you bought these things in bulk, and now what you're just taking from the clients is just money to produce the outfit, and you can just save some here and there to stock up when when your stash is down, instead of buying one when the client comes. Do you understand? Now, so after the black thread, another thing you must always have following up is a white thread or a cream colored thread. This is because black threads, like I said, like for the zip, they go with darker, you know, darker prints, while white thread, off white, cream colored threads, they normally go with like like brighter shades of fabric. So like I said, when you fall into emergency or you just want to sew at home, you always have these things. Instead of every time you want to sew, you're on your way to the market or you're on your way to the sewing supply shop, these threads at home will always make you, you know, sew better, and your sewing journey will just be easier. Trust me, it will just be easier. So apart from the black and white thread, another thing you can do when you get to your sewing supply shop, if they agree, is you can want to buy like a dozen. This is supposed to be like a pack of 12, but I've used up to this length, to this quantity. You can buy like a pack. You can tell them you want to buy a pack, but can they like mix it up with different colors for you? You understand? So that way you have like a variety of colors, like especially when you know you sew a particular color more, so you might want to buy more of that. I bought, I think, a pack of red thread 3 years, is it 3 years ago, 2018, 2 years ago, yeah, 2 years ago, and I still have that pack. So whenever I want to sew anything red fabrics, I don't even bother myself. That is because I have plenty red thread in my house, same as black, same as off-white, green, blue, like at the snap of a finger, I know the collection of threads I have, and I don't really do much when it comes to buying threads because I have a lot at home. Now, another thing you must always have in your sewing supply stash, must have sewing supplies, are stays. Your gum stay, your hat stay, your paper stay. You guys know that if you watch that video, on the video I talked about how to make your fabric, what's the name of the video again? I forgot the name of my video. How to make your fabric work for any style. I talked about, you know, enforcing your fabrics with stays, your gum stay, your hat stay, your paper stay. Now, these things, for example, this soft stay, paper stay, this soft one, this they are normally used to enforce your fabrics. Let's say your skirts, your bodies, your bustier. This soft stay is always used to enforce it, while the hard stay is normally used for the collars, the bands. Now, like I said, when you have these things at home, it will cut cost for you. You've already bought these things down. When the client comes to sew, you just have these things at home, you use from them. That way, let me say you're charging the client 5,000 naira and you already have these things at home. Now you can just remove 1,000 naira, okay? Remove 1,000 naira, keep aside to stock up your stash when it comes down. Then you have the remaining 4,000 naira to yourself. So whether you want to save or you want to buy something, you have 4,000 naira to yourself. Compared to when the client brings 5,000 naira and you don't have all these things at home and you have to use like maybe 2,000 naira from inside, you take transport, you go to the market or sewing supply shop to start buying, and before you know, when you haven't done making the dress, you're like, here's even my profits. Like, here's my profit. Do you understand? So your gum stay, your hat stay, these ones are very, very cheap. This one goes for like 100 naira per yard. That's the soft stay. While the paper stay goes for like 140 per yard. And you can buy much more. Like sometimes whenever I go to the beauty supply store, whenever I go to the sewing supply shop, whether I have or I don't have, I just try to pick 1 yard or 2 yards here and there because I don't really like to run out all the time. You understand? Now, another thing you must always have. Okay, I'm not saying you can't buy other colors. You can, but these are just things that I noticed we use more often than normal when we are sewing, whether you're just starting up or you're beginning to run, your sewing business from your home, or you're just starting up gradually if you have a shop. These are things I noticed we always use, often. You guys know I run my sewing business from my home, right? Now another thing is a black lining. Guys, I'm sure I have more than 10 years of black lining in my stash. I'm always buying black linings because I normally sew a lot of dark shades. Sometimes the dress, for example, I have a dress that is red and black. Sometimes because I already have like a black lining at home, I use a black lining to line the dress. So you must always have black lining to go for dark shade fabrics. Then white lining as well, white lining or cream colored lining to also go with, you know, brighter shade fabrics. And I've had this one. I bought this one in, did I buy it? I used it. I bought a large quantity when I was making a dress for my cousin, and this is the remaining one, and it's been with me for over 2 years now. Whenever I want to make an outfit that is brighter shade and I need to line it with white or cream color or something, if it's an emergency and I cannot get the color to match, this is what I use. Okay, now these are just very, very basic things, from thread to zip to gum stay. Now let's talk about these ones that finishes, like the way they finish here, it will just do like African magic, like action feel. Like I thought I had these things at home. Now one thing you must always have is a bias, because sometimes some dresses like chiffon, you can't exactly cut. It's not like you can't cut the facing for a chiffon. You can, but it will be better if you turn over the neckline with a bias. So something you must always have, must have, is a bias tape. You guys notice that in a lot of my videos, and it's not just using to, like, you don't just need it to turn over like the neckline. You guys notice that in some of my videos I use them to actually design the fabric, like the neckline, the sleeve, the hemline, both the shorts and the skirt. So a bias tape is something you should always have. Okay, in your sewing supply stash, you must always have a bias tape. Okay, now the next thing you should always have is an elastic. I don't even have the big one. When the big one was way cheaper, I was still doing like, oh, I'm going to buy it when I'm ready. Now it's way expensive, but I'm still going to buy. But this is an elastic. This is, I think here I have about 3 yards or more, I don't know, but you should always have an elastic, you know, an elastic tape with you at home, because sometimes you want to gather your sleeves, you want to put a little details, you know, on your skirt, on your blouse. If you have this thing at home, see, when you have these things at home, you start having different ideas what to do with them. You can see a style on the gram or on Pinterest, and you just be like, I can do this an elastic, I can do this with a bias tape, you know, I can just touch here and here in this dress and it will look perfect. But if you don't have an elastic at home, you don't have a bias tape at home, you don't have zip at home, when you even think of going buy here, especially when you are broke, you will just forget about sewing or designing. Okay, now the next thing you should always have in your sewing supply stash, must have sewing supplies, are transparent buttons. Like, you must always have transparent buttons. I doubt if you can see this thing here, but you must always have transparent buttons. This is because when maybe you want to sew a shirt dress, this transparent button can easily, you know, blend with different fabrics. Like, I can use a transparent button for any color of fabric. Okay, I can use it for any color of fabric. This is because, especially maybe when you don't have a buttonhole machine at home, or a machine that can help you mold your buttons, or you don't really have like those fancy buttons that you want. See, buy a transparent button. It will help you, it will save you a lot. I have like both the small size and the big size as well. You still, with the buttons, you should always have black buttons as well, because even though transparent buttons can merge with any color of, you know, clothes, you also need black buttons at home for darker shade fabrics, like fabrics that are darker in color, you understand. So apart from your buttons, your elastic, your bias tape, you should always have a pack of chalk. I bought this thing in 2018 when I was 7. Was it 2018 I was done? No, I bought this thing in 2017, not 2018, because I finished 7 in 2017. I bought this thing in 2017, and I still have a lot. Like, I think I need to open this thing for you guys. I don't know if this camera will focus on it, but I still have a lot. I don't know if my camera is focusing. I still have a lot inside. And your sewing chalk is something that you should always have, because this thing finishes like magic. Like, you will just be like, where did this thing go to? I thought I still had chalk at home. So stop buying one, guys. Just buy a pack and forget about it. So I bought this thing in 2017, and I still have it. Like, some of my sewing supplies, I still have them. Some of them I bought them from long time ago. Like I remember not buying Warden is a type of stay for almost 2 years because I bought a large quantity when I was serving from Aba. Another thing you should always have are press buttons. This one is a plastic one. I don't know if you can see this. This one is a plastic one. This one are the iron ones or metal ones. Funny thing is the plastic one is even more expensive than the metal ones. Now you should always have press buttons because sometimes you might sew a double breast and it's a little open and you just need like a press button to put everything in order to press it down and the dress still looks snatched. I know press buttons are something we kind of use inside our clothes. I'm not the only person that just reviews a press button like it's a normal button. No, we put inside our clothes sometimes to conceal a style or to put a style together, especially for your wrap skirts, for your double breast, and for your shirts. Sometimes, like this type of shirt I'm wearing, let's say this shirt keeps popping up here, I'll just put a press button here and pin it down. Now if you're working for a client or whether working for yourself, sometimes you would always need, if this is not something you use very often, but when you have them at home, the times you need them, they'll always be here for you. Another thing you should always have are your hook and eyes. Your hook and eye. This is a small one. I don't know if this camera is focusing sincerely. This is a small one and this is the big one. Okay, this is the big one. You need them for your skirts, you need them for your trousers, you need them to hook the head, the neckline of your blouses. You need these things. Like sometimes you might not know you need them, but by the time you're done sewing, you're like, I need hook and eye, I need this one, I need that one. You just get tired. And trust me, especially when you stay in an area where that is not close to the sewing supply shop, you will not enjoy sewing because you will always have to go out to buy these things, and it just kills the whole vibe, the whole energy that comes with making your clothes. Now guys, I'm a repeat offender for this one. I want to tell you something you must always have. If I buy this one, 2 bottles, is your machine oil. This one you can still feel like, oh, I still have. Then that night you're sewing by 3 a.m. and you want to wear that dress in the morning to church, your machine will be like, no, Ada, I'm not going anywhere again till you oil me. Then you shake your oil bottle and realize you don't have anyone left. So make sure you always have an extra bottle of oil. Like this thing has happened to me like twice. I feel like, oh, I still have oil. Then that morning or night I want to oil my machine, the missy is empty. So a bottle of oil is something you should always have, and it's not very expensive. This is about 200 or maybe 250. It's not very expensive. Something else you should always have is a spare scissors, because your scissors can be sharp for like 5 months, but the day it decides to become blunt, hey, the frustration is going to look like you are stranded on Lagos Third Mainland Bridge. So make sure you always have a spare scissors. Now, to just give your dress a final look, I know most of us here are beginners, some of us are in advanced class or intermediate class, and we are beginning to dive a little into designing and giving our dress, a little professional touch. Something that really helped me was pearls. Wear pearls. Like I had a lot of pearls at home, so sometimes if I'm sewing an outfit, whether for a client or for myself, once you just throw in a pearl here and there, it just changes the whole look of the dress, and the dress looks beautiful and put together. Another one is a pack of stone, and when it comes to stones, we have very cheap ones, we have very expensive ones. I wouldn't advise you to go for the ones that are very, very, very cheap. Even this one, I didn't buy it myself, it was given to me, but this one is quite pricey. But you can get one that is still good, not too expensive and not too cheap, but it has a way of putting in a little bit of design and spark to your outfit, and everything just looks good and fine. Now guys, these are things that would help you sew effectively, help you design effectively, make you sew faster. Like you become more productive. I remember those days when I didn't used to have these things at home. I always get tired of sewing because I have to go out. When I get the energy to sew, I have to go out, buy this thing. By the time son has dealt with me and I come back, I don't just feel like sewing anymore. So when you have these things at home, it has, and you also have like little fabrics here and there, it has a way of hyping you up to get up and sew or practice a style you saw on YouTube. So imagine if you're learning on YouTube or on Facebook and you have these things at home and you watch a tutorial, you can quickly just go and practice, because you have your zip, you have some fabrics, you have lining and thread at home, so you can easily just practice, do it quickly, and it will turn out well. Instead of, I'm not saying you can't still sew when you don't have these things at home. You can, but these things kind of give a soft landing when you want to learn how to sew. So guys, these are must-have sewing supplies you must have if you're new to sewing, if you're an intermediate, an advanced, you're just getting into the sewing business. You must always have these things at home, because these are things I have much more, but these are things I have and they just make sewing easy for me. So right now, if a client wants to make a dress, I literally just take the fabric. If I don't have the color of thread or zip or lining at home, I just buy those few things and I keep the rest money to myself. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you are watching from Facebook, don't forget to give this video a like. Subscribe for good vibes. Come back every Tuesday, Thursday and Friday for more videos, and I'll see you in my next. Bye. Transparent zips. I doubt if you can see this thing. I picked up a thread. Transparent zips, like I said, transparent zips easily, what's the word, they can easily English, I forgot what I want to say. 1 hour, I said another 1 hour, another